A warm welcome to KCTV English News. I'm Hyung Shim. The Jeju District Public Prosecutor's Office allocated Ko Yu-jung's case to a criminal investigation team dedicated to violent cases. 4 prosecutors were dispatched to conduct corroborative investigations. The local prosecution office will focus on finding out the motive, process, and methods of crime, although the body of the victim is nowhere to be found. Officials said they will make sure that she pays for her crime. They added, Ko's argument that she committed a homicide in self-defense from sexual assault is unconvincing. The prosecution office stressed that they will cooperate with the Supreme Prosecutor's Office if necessary to investigate Ko's husband and for possible accomplices. The prosecution plans to wrap up its investigation and indict Ko within this month, as the arrest period is until July 1st. The Provincial Council's Culture, Tourism and Sports Committee decided to put the ordinance amendment to restrict casino expansion on hold at a meeting held on June 13th. The committee explained that the revision bill may violate higher laws such as the Local Autonomy Act and the Tourism Promotion Act. It requested a thorough analysis to devise countermeasures for any potential effects on the local economy. Councillor Lee Sang-bong from the Democratic Party of Korea pushed forward with an ordinance amendment in order to regulate expansion and relocation of local casinos on January 28 this year. A total of 18 provincial council members have signed for the passage of the revision bill. The Provincial Council Standing Committee passed a resolution calling for an investigation into human rights violations and transgressions during the naval base construction at Gangjong Village. This followed after Gangjong residents held a press conference at the Provincial Council on June 7th after the police discovered human rights violations in the construction project. The Provincial Council's Autonomy Administration Committee held a meeting on the 13th. It passed a resolution proposed by Councillor Kim Kyung-mi of the Democratic Party of Korea. The resolution calls for an investigation by the Prime Minister's office into human rights and administrative violations in the project, as well as an official apology from Seoul. The province is preparing for devising the basic plan of the island's second airport that promotes co-prosperity within the island. The project will be carried out through September 2020 with an investment of 500 million won. The basic plan will reflect developing transportation and logistics industries in connection with the second airport, relocating and compensating residents of the planned construction site, and creating urban areas near the new airport. The province will reflect islanders' opinion as much as possible through meetings with local residents, as the project is aimed to benefit the whole local community. Many residents in Jeju City have complained about water supply and sewage this year. Officials said they received 1,500 and 700 complaints about water supply and sewage, respectively, from the beginning of this year through May. Residents mostly complained about water leakage, poor water supply, sewer odor, and damaged manholes. The municipal office is operating a team of 2 people around the clock to deal with water service and drainage problems. It's time again for Film Focus. Here's Mike Lehman with what's new in local theaters.
I opened last week with a line about the old and the new, the past and the present coming together in a beautiful blur of content to delight the senses and inspire the mind. Or something like that, at least. I mean, I hate to sound repetitive, but we've got something similar happening this week. It's Men in Black International, a series which often features a lot of retro callbacks alongside its amazing future tech, and then On the Basis of Sex, a biopic about the first female associate justice in the United States. Welcome to another edition of Film Focus. I'm Mike Laidman.
Let's put this idea to bed once and for all.
We are the Men in Black.
The Men in Black series has always been hot, but not so hot. The original was a breakout hit, the sequel arrived 5 years later and was a bit of a letdown, and then it took another 10 years for the third installment to show up, which was much more enjoyable, but wasn't really a convincing argument that the series should be continued. But now here we are, another 7 years on, and with a new, younger cast ready to step into the boots of Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. The Men in Black have always protected the Earth from the scum of the universe. And now, in this new adventure, they tackle their biggest, most global threat to date, a mole in the Men in Black organization. We already know that Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson have great chemistry from their time together in Thor Ragnarok, so will it hold up here? No, not really, unfortunately. It's serviceable, it's fun, but it's nothing special. And despite some fun set pieces, better effects, and a few moments between the two leads, International won't leave you hankering for more Men in Black.
There should be a big red button around here somewhere.
Found it.
We are the Men in Black.
An inspiring and spirited true story that follows young lawyer Ruth Bader Ginsburg as she teams up with her husband Marty to bring a groundbreaking case before the U.S. Court of Appeals and overturn a century of gender discrimination. While it's a much more compelling story than Men in Black, it actually doesn't really live up to the fascination of its real-life subject. That and being a little too upfront are perhaps its biggest flaws, but they're by no means deal-breakers. The parallels between sexism and racism are placed right before our eyes on more than one occasion, but sometimes a movie needs to be blunt to get its point across succinctly. While On the Basis of Sex is a fairly by-the-numbers biopic, not serving to really give its subject the treatment she deserves, it still remains an enjoyable drama about an important movement within the American legal system.
The word woman does not appear even once in the U.S. Constitution.
Nor does the word freedom, Your Honor.
I feel the fire begin to rise.
Enjoy one of Mother Nature's unique light shows at the Kottawa Firefly Festival, which is running through July 14th. Taking a look at our weather, the skies will stay clear from Saturday afternoon through Sunday. For more details, here's your forecast. The morning low in Jeju City will be 19 and the afternoon high will be 23 degrees. Down south in Seonggi-po, we'll have a low of 18 in the morning and a high of 25 in the afternoon. Over in Seongsan, the temperatures will be 17 in the morning, warming up to 25 degrees. Across the island in Kosan, we expect a low of 18 and a high of 23 degrees. And up on the mountain at Songpanak, we'll hit a low of 13, topping off at 20 degrees. Out on the water, winds will be out of the northwest and north at a speed of 9 to 13 meters per second, with seas between 1.5 and 2.5 meters. And here's what's coming up. Thanks for joining us today. Please find us on YouTube at KCTV News Jeju and on KCTV's VOD service. Take care.